What's good, Chaotic Nation? It is your boy Kaz here. Welcome back to the channel. And I know it's been a bit since I've shiny hunted over here, but I do shiny hunt over on Twitch all the time. But we are continuing what we were doing yesterday and going for more Pumpkaboos. So that'll be the case today. And hopefully we can get ourselves a shiny here. So if you want to see more of like this kind of content, I would recommend being on the Twitch channel. That's where we've been doing this, and that's what we're continuing. So see if we get a shiny today. If you're unaware of what Camp Yoha is, you can let me know. Don't think I have a command for it here, but yeah, I'd like to talk about it and so forth. I need something else to put on that screen though. That'll do. It would be nice to get it and have it off my list of things to go for, but yeah, it's just a hunt that we started yesterday with Nico and continuing on here. I don't want to contribute to the event, but I didn't want to take away a stream on YouTube, so that is why it's happening. The streams here also might be like a little different moving forward. I'm not sure exactly when I'm gonna have time to stream now, because I have to see about this week and if the plans that we're establishing are gonna be something that happens all the time, or if it's just like a random thing for the week or what have you. But I'm not really quite sure how that's all gonna work out. Well, it's also linked in the description, so hopefully people are a little bit more resourceful than having to click on a link in the chat. So that is not, always gonna be a thing that works. Lucky that the bot is working sometimes. Yeah, I mean, the platform isn't really here for streaming as much as it should be, and I haven't integrated a lot of things that I've put on Twitch on YouTube, because I don't stream on YouTube that often. So it's part of it. Yeah, I got work plans, and I don't know if like it's going to be a weekly meeting on Thursday now, or if it's not, but that did get switched from today to Thursday, and changes about how I can do things. So who knows what the schedule will be? I'll have to figure all that out, but we're still trying to like organize ourselves and figure out everything. Because we got pushed back in September because people weren't around, and then now we're just getting caught up on when we can get things to work. So all of that is on the table. Oh, it won't. It's always something different going on, so that's part of it. If I had everything like I was supposed to have today, I probably would have just not streamed, but I was told that things were different, and they were different today, and yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna be a thing that happens all the time, or if it's gonna be different or not, but we'll see. It's definitely weird to be shiny hunting here on YouTube, because I haven't done this for a very long time. So that'll be great, and if I get the shiny, obviously it's gonna be like, oh hey, there's a shiny reaction down the road eventually of this thing. So yeah. I have been thinking about the Saturday videos, and I don't know if they're gonna continue during the fall. I'm kind of overloaded and don't really have a lot of time to sit down and work on those videos, especially because I'm behind on. I gotta prep stuff for the marathon we're doing for Scarlet and Violet, because I haven't talked about that yet, but It'll be coming up in a couple episodes of the Color Lock at some point. But I have to prep for that, get videos done early, and adding on, you know, a few extra videos that take a very long amount of time to get done on top of what I'm already doing is kind of a lot of work. Now, if I had more time in the week and I wasn't as busy, then sure, but I'm just busy and don't really have the chance to sit down and create a video, and it's more rushed than well thought out and done that way. So I'd rather spend the time not making an extra video. You have 2 series going on at the moment, so you're still having like you're still having the same amount of content. It'll just be different things that come in. It's hard to be motivated about doing a massive piece of video content when you don't really have time to do it. So at some point I'll be able to get back to it and get those out. But I have to get that time to be open and do it. And unfortunately, I am just too stretched thin between what I'm doing for invisible corporations, what I'm doing for myself, what I'm doing for with TikTok and everything. So yeah. We'll have to look at getting that all back up and running eventually, but I do have plans, but Scarlet and Violet kind of are holding them back because I want to get the new Pokemon involved before I jump into covering too much stuff that would just make them irrelevant right away. So, yeah. Other than that, we're here again. Best team will continue next week. That is for sure, and probably will end up next week because I don't really think we have much left of the game. We just have to make it to the Elite Four, and that'll be that. You're doing the thing again. I don't get why my laptop refuses to be on the it refuses to be on the right Wi-Fi. And it's making me upset. Oh, just, yeah, kick me off of it then. Jeez. You get to put it in before it decided it didn't want to work. So. You're lucky I didn't even really have time to look at it. But it's just another Pokemon. I mean, I'm not really excited about it. It's cool, definitely something that most people are gonna like, which I've seen already, but it's not really, something I'm too opinionated on. The way they introduced it is definitely cool, and I like how they're trying to experiment with different ways to encounter the new mons that we were going to be dealing with. Like they used Iono's stream thing, and then they had that obviously with the ghost dog, which I forget what it's called. Grievard or something like that. But we'll see, I guess, going forward. I'm not sure exactly what is going to be involved with it, and I haven't had a chance to look at the Pokemon website to see like abilities and other things about it. A lot of people have been saying, oh, it can be Ghost Fire type. Maybe it has an evolution. It's a Ghost Fire type. I actually kind of think it'd be a Ghost Ground type because it does do the burrowing. And maybe that's just a dog aspect that we have to accept with the Pokemon, so I'm not certain. And obviously I do not know. But we should be back with Best Team next week, and then we'll have to do something else afterwards. So if you have any thoughts on what you'd like to see after Uranium is done, that'd be cool. Not particularly having to be a Best Team. If it could be something different, but I'm not sure what I really want to get into at the moment. I know I've been asked about Legends Arceus Best Team for a while, and yeah, I don't really want to do that one at the moment. So I'm currently playing through Arceus. If you haven't seen the episodes, it just started this week to replace Cage Lock, which if you missed, finished last week. You can check out the playlist for that. But I'm not quite sure what's gonna entirely be on our next course of plan for the stream. Curious with pickup, well, yeah, so it's just gonna be like a essentially feels like an early route mon at that point. I don't think it'll be too good or anything. But definitely something that could be cool, and I think a lot of people will like. It's had some pretty good designs this time around. This is new one. So I'm excited to see what else they've got done. You will have a playthrough of that at some point. Of course, I'm doing the marathon the first week, so I won't be streaming. There probably should still be uploads and stuff. But because I'm not gonna take a break from uploads, but there'll be uploads and stuff during that week. I just won't be streaming as much because I'm gonna be somewhere else and streaming. So that's what that'll be. So I would encourage you to check out the trailer if you haven't. I don't have a command for it or anything, but it's not been too far in the past. Go through the recent videos on the channel. It definitely is weird to like try to promote things on Twitch, not on Twitch, on YouTube, because Twitch has like all these things and variables already added, and YouTube's not, because I don't stream over here as much. But here we go. I'm gonna have somebody be like, "There's not a VOD for day 6. Is Camp Yoha." They're blowing leaves again. Jeez, they don't stop blowing leaves, man. That's all they do around here. Blow leaves. Like I'm like, oh, I could take a nap. I'm glad I streamed and didn't take a nap, because I wouldn't have been able to with that going on. So I really thought about it. I am exhausted. I am still recovering from a very long week last week, and definitely just tired, and I feel like I need some more sleep. I slept well. I've been sleeping well. It's just I feel like I'm still tired, not getting enough. So I've definitely been lacking on that for the last couple of days and weeks. So I used to do it a lot I was gonna say maybe last semester, last semester. where I would stay up till like 2 or 3 a.m. playing games with people, and then I would just get behind on sleep, and so like Sunday and Saturday would come around and I would just crash because I wasn't rested and I didn't have any rest throughout the week, and I just needed the time to get caught back up. So definitely a thing. So we'll advocate for take care of yourself. Hoping that I could have done a little bit more of it, but it's not going to happen probably until Christmas at this point, when I'm off of school and and at home and off of work. So that definitely makes sense. It's definitely a busy time of year. That is for certain. It is for certain. And anything we can do to get a little bit of time to ourselves and take time for ourselves is a good practice. And I need to get better at actually getting 8 hours of sleep. I've been kind of skipping to 7, and I'm definitely feeling that. It's definitely having a bit of a lag on my awakeness. But I walked to class today, and I'm like, it was raining, it was dreary, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna fall asleep. I'm sure my professors like looked at me and thought I was gonna like fall asleep during class. I don't know. I was thinking about like maybe getting some coffee today, but I didn't go anywhere. I don't know why they have to blow leaves so much. It's just annoying. It is annoying. That's another reason like I can't sleep, because my room is right next to where the dumpster is on the outside of the building. So the truck will come at like 7 a.m. and I don't have to be up and wake me up. So it's always hit or miss with if I'm gonna get enough sleep during a day. So no, I don't drink coffee very often. I've been having it when I go to work just because I need something. Because coffee is expensive and I don't want to pay for it. But I've definitely been very tired the last couple of weeks. I very much pushed myself way too hard in September, but I didn't have a choice. I had to keep up with additional work commitments and also school and everything. And the week I was supposed to have on break, I didn't get a break, so that didn't help me at all. So we'll see what happens. I don't expect a lot of good things, but we'll see what happens. Just trying to get everything planned out and prepped for before Scarlet and Violet come out, so that way you'll have content here. You'll have streams over on YouTube, over on Twitch as well, and everything will kind of have its own pattern again. Yeah, if you have ideas for things you want to see on the channel, like I could do many different playthroughs of Pokemon here. Obviously, like Nuzlocke and stuff are what I normally do as a regular series on the channel. So why the best team is like different, because it's more of just a playthrough and not a Nuzlocke or a challenge or anything. We're just playing through the game. But like wouldn't stop me from doing like a monotype team or anything along those lines. I think here. So it's been a while since like a lot of the Pokemon games. I thought about it. I'm like, I haven't really done a playthrough of many of them in the last 6 years, because I've been just doing Nuzlocks and doing those kinds of videos on the channel, and While the last thing I think I really did that was a playthrough was the Elite Log. It still was a Nuzlocke, but you know, I didn't randomize the game. It was the same like format. I had a team that you normally wouldn't have in Sinnoh, so you know, it was very much like a playthrough with just brought in Pokemon at that point. Which was cool. But I definitely could do something like the Elite Lock again. Maybe even like throw in a Master Mode or something like that. I don't want to limit the YouTube streams to best teams, because then I just get put to the point where I did play Black too. Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true. But I don't want to get stuck at the point where everything is best team on the channel. At this point, it definitely is kind of like that. I also don't want to get rid of the streams in general. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, bring back the custom shiny decks. I can't really do that right now because I can't use PowerPoint to do that right now. And so it makes it really complicated to make the forms. So a lot of the tricks I used are kind of changed with some of the updates, so it don't work. And if there wasn't so many Pokemon, I definitely could do that up. There are a lot of Pokemon, and we're getting more and more. I have plans for the future of the channel, and definitely some of the content that I want to make down the road. So it will be great. It will be a great time. I'm just looking forward to the coming year and all of the games that I've been excited to play that have been in the works but haven't been done, and everything. It wouldn't be as bad on Photoshop, I don't think. It'd be kind of annoying, but not as bad. So I'd have to get used to doing it, making them on Photoshop if I'm going to do it that way. But I don't do it that way. We're just running into the problems that you have with being a streamer that streams on multiple platforms that has the same kind of materials on it. I mean, it's hard to do a stream of Pokemon stuff that isn't a playthrough of a game, or that isn't shiny hunting, and I do both of those on Twitch, and I already do playthroughs here, so just coming up with something new, I guess, could be a thing. Like, I could even bring back the Showdown Live series, which I really enjoyed doing Showdown Live. That also is just a lot of work, and yeah. Those are all parts of getting things back up and running as well. But we will be doing something different next week with the Twitch schedule. If you're interested, I'll be playing through a game instead of playing through multiple different things. Like in the past, I was doing like I do 2 days of shiny hunting, a day of hardcore Nuzlocke, a day of the challenge run, or like a multi-series, and then another playthrough of a different game. But I think Thursday, which would be the 3rd, I think is the right day. Thursday the 3rd will be to that new game, because Tuesday I'm here, and then Wednesday I have the multi with Kong that I've been doing, and then Thursday would be the first day of that. So And then we'll be playing Frontiers before Scarlet and Violet come out, and then obviously the marathon will be right after that, so I would advise to check out all that stuff that's going on. But it could really be anything. I don't really have an idea. Like, maybe we could do an egg lock or something. If that's interesting to people. Or if you want me to do like a best team of something else. The thing is, I don't really have a lot of games to best team right now. Because I've done a lot of the main series ones. I've done most of the side ones that I could make, like, quote-unquote teams for. I'm trying to think. The fan games that I've done would have been completed because the only other, like, I've done Insurgents, I've done Uranium. The only one I haven't done is Unbound, and I mean, sure, but you'd also have to get that established at some point. Okay, for the egg lock, I do not know. Most likely DS era, so like Gen 4, Gen 5. Because I would, the way that I would have to do it, unless we wanted to do like, yeah, I would probably do Gen 4, Gen 5. That way I could randomize it still. Because I don't really want to, I really wouldn't want to do a playthrough, I mean, necessarily. With just different eggs. That could be a thing. Then I would have to teach you all how to make them through because then I could take Pokegen and have all the eggs made and then send it. So. That would be similar to like how the Elite Lock went out, and then not the Elite Lock, but the Elimination Lock happened and then left. I haven't done an egg lock in a while, mostly because it's just been a bit. We also could do like, if you want to play, it depends on what you guys want to see. Like, I know like I do randomizers, and most of that is kind of the video content, not really the live stuff. So if you wanted to see more like a playthrough of some sort, sure. That would be cool. I mean, there is something that I've wanted to do with Coliseum that I could try out as a live series. I don't know how it'll work exactly. I haven't fully fleshed it out in my mind. But I do want to play Coliseum again. And I definitely want to do Coliseum with the way the new randomizer is, so maybe I'll do it in XD instead of Coliseum, because it could be run in either game. I had particularly thought about. I'm opening the wrong tab. But yeah. I just thought of XD. I thought of Coliseum because it was, I think it made sense to do. I think it might be a little difficult for XD. Definitely be something possible for Coliseum. But it could even be a playthrough with like certain things. Like maybe we want to play through the game with low-level Pokemon, or like. That's why I like the Elimination Lock. because I didn't get to pick any of my Pokemon, but I still got to play through the game and have fun with it and everything. So do that. The other issue is if Thursdays become jammed up, I have to stop streaming on that day. And what might make sense is to move hardcore over here instead of have it on Twitch. So that also could be a cycle that happens. And that would get you guys some more chances to be involved with what we're doing. Right now I'm doing Storm Silver, so people in. I covered the Egglocke game. Assuming fair, could that be fun towards the Egglocke? I'm not sure. You said like XD. I kind of do like XD more because it's more polished, but the run for Coliseum makes more sense because the game is a little bit easier than XD is. So that is part of the mechanic for it. But I did not know. It's always the fun, like, I'm at the point of content creation where I've played every one of these games multiple times on the channel, and it's just finding something new and a new way to play them that I want to do. Like, obviously I've done like one playthrough here on Sword and Shield, and then the best teams, so like 3. But none of those are randomized. I did two playthroughs of BDSP. Oh no, the first one wasn't shown here, so done one playthrough of BDSP, which was the best team. I'm working on my second playthrough of Arceus now, so a lot of those games just haven't had a chance to really be on the channel much, and most of that is I can't randomize them yet. Once I get that access, then more things open up, new series become available, and we get to have more fun. But I gotta get all that happening first, and that's gonna take a bit. So it definitely is more polished because, like, the save machine, you don't have to go to the machine to save. You can just save anywhere, and they update the teams to have more than one Shadow Pokemon on them, which is kind of fun. The Pokespots are around a lot earlier in the game, so and I feel like they space out the Cypher arc a little bit better, because in Coliseum it's kind of like, hey, there's Mirror B and his cronies, and then you get introduced to Cypher, and as you're doing the Mirror B stuff, and it's like, cool, let me go to the Under and take out the Under grunts and get that all taken care of, and then, oh hey, we're in the lab now, so here's this other place of Cypher stuff, and then you're thrown right into the end game. And there's no space after the lab, you just fight Ian and everyone again, and it's, yeah. Doesn't feel like there feels like there should be more space there. Like with XD, you have this space at the beginning with, you know, you meet, you have to do the Chobin and Dr. Kaminko side arc to get access eventually to the Kyogre, the Robo Kyogre, which allows you to fight Cypher again. There's a whole team Snagamark that's not post game in XD, so you get to play against them. You have a section where you don't have the snag machine. So yeah, is that I actually one run that I wanted to do in XD is a shadowless run or a purity run. So you can't use shadow Pokemon, which means you start out with an Eevee and you have an Eevee for the very long time in the game, and then eventually once you get to the Oasis and the Pokespots, you can then get Pokemon to throw on your team. I think it also would work in Coliseum. It's a little bit more dicey in Coliseum. But you also just get a team of 6 at that point, because you start out with Umbreon, Espeon, you have Plusle, which you get from Duking, then you have the 3 Pokespots. So that can be your team, essentially, if you wanted to do that. Which I don't mind playing through a Coliseum like that, if you wanted to do it. So we could do something like that, or, you know, something similar in another game. So I kind of like the idea of doing a mono-type team. Because that's what I was really into before I started making content. Right before I uploaded the Shock Lock, and then part of the reason why the Shock Lock is... Oh, that's part of the screen. There's a slash on my screen, and I thought it was Scratch, and I'm like, how did that happen? But yeah, right before I started making content, I was really into mono-type teams. So that's why the Shock Lock was the first series that we did, where I used only electric-type Pokemon. Of course, it was randomized, and I had access to more Pokemon, but... like right before that, I had done an Omega Ruby Fire mono-type team with like a Blaziken, Charizard, Volcarona, Magcargo, Camerupt. I'm gonna say a Houndoom, but I don't think that's right. Maybe something else. If I do the Purity run, you want it to be, you say I should randomize it. I think it'd be cool to do it just vanilla though. But the mono like type team, it would you'd be like, okay, we get to target out what kind of encounters we can pick up in each area, and we go from there. Not to be a Nuzlocke, just play through the game. And before I did the Fire playthrough at Omega Ruby, I was doing Rock in Black and White. So I got like Archeops, I forgot what else I had. Crustle and Jigglypuff and everything. You never know what you get, but I mean, you're only getting a team in XD or Coliseum. You don't get a whole lot of Pokemon. So, and I could do 2 runs of it, but that'd be playing the same game twice in a row. As much as I love Coliseum and XD, I can't do that to you people. That's what everyone was like with XD. It's like, we can tell you're having a great time with this. I'm like, yeah, I am. I genuinely just love this game. But I don't want to just play XD and Coliseum on the channel. So. I was trying to remember what other types I did. I did a Poison playthrough in X and Y. With like Mega Gengar, Mega Venusaur. I was trying to remember what else that team is. I don't know. So I've done a few different types. And then obviously the Shock Lock was electric. And I did the normal lock, which was only normal on the channel. Both of those randomized. Yeah, that was the sucky part about the Shock Lock, is I had to make sure there were electric types as the starter Pokemon. So I knew what the starter Pokemon were. And so you want me to do 2 runs of XD and Coliseum where I'm doing a Purity run. And they have to be... Yeah, I mean, I could. I also think it would just be fun to play through, like, you get Umbreon, Espeon, Plusle, and 1 of each of the areas. That is your team. Good luck. Have fun. Hope you do well. I mean, another path we could take is do a solo run of a game. I did that with Butterfree and Fire Red Leaf Green a while ago. I mean, you're giving me ideas. I'm more looking for, I want to see this right now. I'm coming up with a lot of ideas. I mean, the only thing is if I play Coliseum now as a as a live series, I can't do a randomizer of it for a while. So, I mean, Umbreon and Espeon maybe left with the rest of the team. I mean, Umbreon and Espeon are very good. Hey, Umbreon and Espeon, you get a Plusle as soon as you beat Mirror B. And then, I don't know when soon after that is. I'm not quite sure where the Pokespots happen in that game. I think around that time. I don't think you have to do the whole under arc before you get the Pokespots. But I am not 100% on that. I guess I could check. In Coliseum. I like how I spell Coliseum wrong because of this game too. Pokespot. Okay. Oh. The Pokespots are only XD. Okay, that was why I'm like, that's why I couldn't remember where they were in Coliseum. There's no Pokespots in Coliseum. Bump, bump, bump. Yeah. Dang it, Machoke. So you would have 3 Pokemon in Coliseum if you did it that way, and you could technically build a team in XD. You would just be running with your Evolution for a while. I know my friend played through XD with only Pokemon that were under a certain base set total. So of course you use things like Hammer Up and others to play through the game. So it is pretty rough, but it's definitely doable. I mean, Camerupt is a lot better than most people think it is. So it's quite a solid Pokemon. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. I do think part of what would make Ore a better region is if they had you had more wild encounters. Like definitely the problem with some replayability of XD and Coliseum is you don't get any new Pokemon, and you don't really get to choose what you run into. You're kind of given a set trajectory of Pokemon that you're required to go across every time you play the game. Sure, you can build your team differently, but you're gonna get the same kinds of things. Whereas like another Pokemon game, you would have access to. I mean, I guess you can. No, I don't think you can only trade after you beat the game, right? You would have access to, trade in other games, get different kinds of Pokemon, or get a different encounter if you did a Nuzlocke, even. There's plenty of variety there. There's always a lot to do, so I'd like to ask this while I'm streaming here because I know I talk about this a bit on Twitch, and you know, some of those people don't care about what I'm streaming on YouTube because they don't watch the YouTube stuff. Just fine. I understand people like their platforms, and it's a little frustrating that I can't get people to watch other Pokemon stuff that I do besides shiny hunting or a hardcore playthrough. We try. Definitely we try. But I understand that some people just, yeah, I like watching live streams. I'm going to be on Twitch, or I like watching videos. I'm going to be on YouTube. Here I am streaming on one of those platforms, and it doesn't go as, it's not as desired as the other places. So I can completely understand that. Some part of the reason I switched to Twitch with streaming in the first place is that streaming on YouTube is, it's liked by the algorithm, but it's not liked by the viewer base. So, and definitely the last couple ones have not been doing super great, but that's okay. I want to see you play more fun games. I don't know what fan games. I don't know what fun games are, but yeah, fan games are definitely a thing. I don't know if that would be more of a, I mean, obviously I can play through a fan game on stream. It also could be a video content. But as we're looking into things, you know, it's just how we do it. How we do it. I know there's a lot of fan games out there, so there's plenty to dive into. I was trying to keep a variety of things going through the channel at the same time, so people don't, so we don't get like, oh, Chaos only plays main series games, or Chaos only does side games, or Chaos only does, no. I'm gonna have a little bit of everything. I will say it's a little bit difficult to do some of the side games. They don't own a lot of them. Whereas I have every main series game. Like, I don't have like Rangers Gates to Infinity or Conquest anymore, or some other things. Omicron, I don't quite know what that side of it is. The only fan games I'm really familiar with are Insurgents, the Reborn, and Rejuvenation ones, and then Uranium. I've seen others, but those are the ones I'm really familiar with. Played them. About. So. Made by the same people. Oh yeah, I've heard of Omicron then. Just never really thought about it. I feel like Insurgents is the best version of those, of that, like, arc. But I also know a lot of fan games are incredibly dark, and so I want to kind of stay out of that a little bit too, if I can. most of the time. Well, I mean, I don't mind it as much, but again, I don't want to put across a certain. I want to do everything Pokemon. I don't want to do just a few things. I like to make my channel as accessible to people as I can, so. Yeah, the one with the gym leader would be cool to do. I don't know if that would be a live stream or not. Really? No idea. I think it makes sense because I've done a lot of videos where I've been a gym leader, so kind of making my own RPG through it would be cool. There was one I was looking at where you're training to be a specific role in the Pokemon universe. So like some people are gym leaders, some, you know. I don't remember what that game is though. We do know, at least I know what's coming up on the YouTube channel. I don't know what's after Arceus. I knew Arceus was after Cage Lock just because I didn't want to give it a main series. I would give it a slot after the Alpha Sapphire because I knew the Scarlet Violet was going to be here. And I'm sure I want to have that uploaded rather than something different. Yeah, we could try some different stuff out and go from there. There is a lot to be doing. Feels like I've been live for longer than an hour, but also I guess my tiredness has to play into that a little bit, I guess. So I kind of just want to rest and take a break, but I think the problem I have with the rest is that when I do take a break, I know that I have other things to do, and that's kind of yeah, that's what gets in my head. It's like you have other things you could be doing besides doing nothing. I guess you can't take that breaking instead. I'm definitely looking forward to A, being refreshed, B, being refreshed with a new generation of Pokemon, and getting some new stuff. Definitely. It has been a bit. Fun stuff. Like how you're using derogatory terms to justify yourself. Here, bud. You wanna try to be an actual person instead of just a random person who says words? Maybe we can have a conversation. You also have a thing called caps lock on your keyboard. You can turn that off at any point. Great, thank you. There we go. YouTube. It's better. Very much better. I see the delay is funny because I'll see it pop up on the dashboard, then I'll see it pop up in my chat bar. So, getting that to happen is always fun. Have it be delayed so much. YouTube is very weird. Well, I also know that they like to promote, like, if you they like to promote the people who are moderators above the people who are not, so it takes a little bit more time for that. Your friend was on your keyboard? Okay. Totally. And it's my choice whether to believe that or not, and I don't know if I do, but... Nice to know that YouTube is very much lagging behind Twitch. A lot of these things. It definitely does feel weird to be shining up to here. That is for certain. Been quite a while. I guess I could do like a different hunt here instead of what I do on Twitch, and that could be something different. But I know me, I like to do a specific hunt rather than something different. Even if they are, I'm in the same place, and definitely don't want to be doing the same hunt in both locations, because people on Twitch will be like, "What happened to Shiny? When did you get it? Where's the clip of it?" It's not there. And people on YouTube be like, "What happened to Shiny? How'd you get the Shiny? It's not here. What's going on?" The joys of streaming on multiple platforms. It's great. It's great. Trying to get rid of a headache. About water. I didn't update the number for that one. Cool. Nice Wobbuffet. Thanks, Wobbuffet. Thanks for being in my path. We have seen a lot of people phase on this hunt, so hopefully it can get there. YouTube will have the shiny at some point. I mean, that's sure, but with as many reactions as I have and I'm getting through, like, it's got a lot to go through before it's gonna get all of them and gonna get them on time. They can't be like, "Oh, here's a video of the shiny reaction," and nope. Thanks to Arceus that we keep finding a bunch of shinies, so yeah. Which reminds me about like multi-mayhem. I don't know how I'm gonna exactly I don't know exactly how prominent I want Arceus to be. Because I have a feeling a lot of people are gonna hunt there, but I guess it's just for fun at the end of the day, so it doesn't really matter. Have some water. I mean, there is like headache medicine too that can be taken, so might not be a bad thing. either. I'm trying to deal with... My back has been weird today. Feels like it's knotted all over the place. So I don't know about that. Favorite shiny? It's definitely Charizard. But I really like Mega Gengar and Umbreon. You can't go wrong with the color schemes of a lot of those. That is for certain. I don't know why, but neutral tones tend to be the colors I like for shinies, so. I mean, if you watch any of the shinies I've made, they've all been like, most people will say you make a lot of black shinies. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Favorite Pokemon's Charizard. Makes sense. It's also my favorite shiny. But I know that's a Pokemon that a lot of people have controversy over. Just depends on like how you grew up with Pokemon and how you view Pokemon at that point. Because a lot of people associate Charizard with like Gen 1 and being a Gen 1er and only liking Gen 1. I don't know what that sentence is supposed to mean. Your dad's favorite Pokemon is Charizard. I got it. I mean, it's a good Pokemon. And definitely for people who started out playing the games in the early gens, it's a popular one. Quite a few people who will pick a Gen 1 Pokemon. Either from nostalgia of the game, that being their first game, or just because they're in like every generation. So those are definitely contributing factors. I mean, relevance and popularity and accessibility to Pokemon is definitely going to sway some people's thoughts. Like, I don't know a lot of people who say Lumineon is their favorite Pokemon or something like that. Like, it's like a very niche pick because it's only in like one generation or a Pokemon that's not really given in a route. You have to go out and look for it. Call those the dex fillers. They exist to make you go find them and fill your decks. Not really a substantial part of being in the Pokemon games. I wonder if they would retcon, like if they ever would go back and be like, yeah, these Pokemon that existed, they're kind of not canon anymore, so while they still are Pokemon, they don't count for the decks. I don't know if they'd ever do that. I doubt it, but a lot of the Gen 5 Mons are exactly the same as the Gen 1 Mons. Like the resemblances are incredibly uncanny. But I think they went, oh, let's see what Kanto has, and then just go from there and remake all of them, but slightly make them different and fit the aesthetic of Unova. So we got like a construction Machoke and a Candle Ghastly and all those things. We have a fighting combination that are two different types of martial arts that were tunics and belts stuff. This is my first shiny Oddish in Fire Red. So I played Fire Red a lot. Played a lot of Gen 3 and Gen 4 a lot. When I first got them. I guess I kind of fell out of it in Gen 5. I did play them, but I didn't play them over and over again. Before I started making YouTube content, I beat Black and White once, and I didn't even beat Black and White 2. But I played a lot of ORAS, and I guess it's because I like Gen 3, so that makes sense. So I want to see what the remakes look like. And sure enough, there it was. It's kind of the same with like Heart Gold Soul Silver. I only played that like one time. And got very bored of it. Because Kanto is very boring. In those games. You wanna type actual words there, bud? You ran out of the capacity to do that, huh? Is that what's going on? I'll go to the pumper booth. I don't really think they're their friend if they keep just wailing on your keyboard like that. It didn't show up on chat on my side either, because it just filtered it out as spam at that point and got rid of it. Bum 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 bum. Oh, they shouldn't be messing with your stuff. And definitely not wailing on your keyboard. And typing in random things to try to get you kicked out of whatever you're trying to be a part of. So either contain it or I will. How about that? Easy way to put it. I full well don't expect to find a shiny today. Cool if we did get one. It would be points, but really I'm not expecting for the most part. But you know how these hunts go for me, and yeah, this is not a... I don't particularly like Sword and Shield hunting. I know it's 1 in 512 or 1 in 13 something, but I had problems finding the 300 something in Let's Go, or sometimes even finding things in Legends Arceus, so I don't need help making it hard to find shinies. I am not at odds yet, no. But it does feel like when you get to like 600, that it feels like it's a high number. That's the thing. I mean, I kind of was conditioned off of the Let's Go odds where it's like 373 or something like that. If you do the chain correctly, so Which often I did the chain correctly. There are many hunts I did where I just kept catching mons. So... definitely felt like you got... And you did get shinies faster than that. But to me, it still felt like it was a long enough time period that you didn't have them, and then they just showed up eventually. I know a lot of people don't like the shinies in the overworld in Scarlet and Violet. I actually really like that because it's part of what I really enjoyed about hunting in Legends. Because you had a chance to see the shiny pop up, or like in Let's Go, you were sitting on a route waiting for a shiny to pop up. And of course, in Legends, it didn't make a sound, but it did showcase on the screen with a sparkling aura to it. And I always like the, you can find them. It's like, oh, hey, there's a shiny. Cool, let's grab it. It's more, I feel like it's more immersive that way. So in the other games, it's like, oh yeah, there's a patch of grass and, there are Pokemon in the grass, but it's about it. Whereas like if you grew up watching the anime, or when you send a Pokemon out in the battle, it's like, oh, you would see a Pokemon in like the wild. They would appear in the wild. They wouldn't just be hiding in a patch of grass and then you accidentally step on them or something, and then there they are, shiny. And so I feel like it's more immersive in that sense. Okay, that's fine. I think I actually got HP back from that one. This time around. Doom. Hey. So I'm excited about that. I don't think they'll get rid of like the random encounters, shinies and stuff, so that'll still be a thing. My Pelipper. I still think that'll be a thing, so people who were like, I want to hunt the Pokemon in the wild, and I want to be able to run into them and find them shiny. So you can still do that, like random encounters. Like, I feel like Sword and Shield was testing that a bit, and then they're like, okay, so what happens if we put everything in the wild like we did in Legends? And so they did that with Legends Arceus. But I really do think they'll go towards what they did with Sword and Shield and have both available for people. I really think the problem with the Pokemon Company is they try to limit what they put into a game instead of just giving everything. Like, oh, let's get rid of all these shiny hunting methods that people like and limit it to just a couple, which have honestly dried out Sword and Shield for the most part when it comes to shiny hunting. Or it's like they did with this game. I really like the idea of having both, because people who don't want to know what they're running into and have a random encounter can do it. Like, if you're looking for something specific, which, I appreciate when I'm shiny hunting in this game, I don't have to constantly be looking for that exclamation point and running into the grass. Now, maybe get rid of the exclamation point thing and just have it, run into a patch of grass and you're gonna have a chance to run into a Pokemon. I feel like that would be more like its traditional side of Pokemon. And most people would be okay with that. But I also get that something's in front of you and you accidentally run into a counter and then you can't get to the thing you're trying to get to, and that becomes annoying. So I can see multiple sides of everything. It's definitely a hard decision to make because you try to please people, but also get more. I think it's more of just getting away from pleasing people and just putting out there. So this is what the new games have. And, you know, give us as much aspects as you can put into the game, and you know, if it doesn't fit, then it doesn't fit. But at least try to put everything in the game. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of people say negative things about it. I'm sure they're not. I know people who aren't happy about it, but you know, it's something that you should have expected to see, because we just did Arceus, and that was the thing. I saw Arceus, and I'm like, yeah, they're gonna do probably something similar to this in the new games. I know Let's Go did the same thing. I think most people don't like it because they feel like they haven't worked to get the shiny. They're just running around looking for it, which I can understand. But even then, like, you've done work on the deck or something along those lines, so I wanted to say like Sword and Shield. I don't like the idea if a Pokemon spawns in the overworld, it can't be shiny. Like, if you can see it, it should be able to be in the form it's going to be in, and not making you run into everything. So I feel like running into everything like I'm doing is wasting my time, instead of actually just like, okay, there's not a shiny here, let me reset and come back and do it again. I know people grew up with the traditional methods and get it, but they have the power to put Pokemon in the world, so they're going to do it, and, you know, let it be shiny if it wants to be shiny. Because I know it's tedious for me to have to, you know, run around and continually keep encountering everything until something shows up, when I could just run around and be like, oh, it's not shiny, I'll come back, do something different. Yeah, it's definitely weird. To me, if you spawn in the game, you're gonna spawn in what, like, you're gonna be what you are. And it's not gonna change, like, the Pokemon shouldn't change based on encountering it or being in the overworld. So I feel like it should still be overworld. I can understand having the random encounters and stuff, but I want to see the shinies in the overworld if they're gonna be there. So otherwise, it's just kind of weird to see Pokemon change color, like you said. Are you doing the thing where you're not connected to the internet again, laptop? That's what's going on here. I like how that's now a thought that's in my head. I want to see. I do not want to connect to that. But Let me get rid of that, and then put it back in the correct setting. So now it won't do that, it'll just turn it off. Yeah, I mean, Sword and Shield definitely does feel weird, because Let's Go, which happened before it, had overworld shinies. And then Sword and Shield took that away, and then we went right back to it in Arceus. I know, like, BDSP happened, but because that game was a legitimate remaster, and the Pokemon weren't even in the overworld, which they weren't in that game either, made it so they weren't shiny. So I think it makes sense for them going forward to have the shinies in the overworld, just so people can find them. I understand, it's like, but you run into a Pokemon and then it's shiny. And it's like you're doing that in the overworld every time you run past a Pokemon. You're running into it and be like, oh hey, it's shiny, and cool. It makes life a lot of fun, huh? But I still would, like, I kind of want the real vibe with it. Like, you wouldn't, a shiny Pokemon in, like, a Pokemon were real and you live in the Pokemon world, you're gonna walk by, a shiny's gonna be shiny, it's not gonna be a different color and then be shiny when you get close enough to it. You know, it's gonna be different colored and shiny. But I also don't want it to be hyper realistic to the point where it's like, oh yeah, they don't have shiny noises because they wouldn't have noises in the world if, like, if you just ran into a shiny Pokemon, it wouldn't sparkle or anything. I feel like it's got to do that though still. And plus it's a connection for people who have you know, some visibility issues and maybe can't see different colors that well or are colorblind. You can't tell that it's different. Especially for ones that don't change much. They can hear the sparkle and see the animation and then be like, okay, that's shiny. I feel like that method has to be there just so everyone can see it. So it's fair. Plus, I know for me, I always listen for the shiny sparkle. Especially in this game. Every time I've hunted, I've listened for it. It's like, it's a confirmation that it is shiny. Whereas otherwise you might not be so certain. It's like with the Regice that I got. You know, I knew it was shiny. I just, you know, I hesitated to keep reacting because I'm like, I want to be sure that I'm running into a shiny Pokemon here and not debating everybody by pretending like it's shiny and then it actually not being. So I can completely get it. So otherwise you're gonna have the, oh, it just showed up and it's different color and I missed the animation and I don't have sound on and like, yep, cool. Just different. Yep, there are shinies that are hard to tell too. Like they can get, I still wouldn't even say they could get rid of the sound if they fixed them. It's more of they kind of need to have the ability for people to find them. It's also like a satisfying sound, so I feel like it should be in there. regardless. We've definitely made good progress on this hunt. That is for certain. It's not one that I'm going to continue doing. Those of you who are just YouTube people, been hunting on Camp Yoha, but this is just a random hunt that I added on since I was hunting Milcery and I found it. So I needed to do something else while continuing to hunt. Otherwise, I would have just done other things and had different things happen. So I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. I mean, I think back to like Odd Egg and Crystal, and those are so hard to tell if they're shiny or not. Because the egg doesn't sparkle when it comes out of the egg. But also, like, if you're not hunting new age stuff and that's what you're wanting them to do, yeah, I don't know about that. As I said, the accessibility thing is really the issue I have with it now. So you take away the sound, you get rid of people's accessibility to know that's happening. And I like to have the confirmation. That is for certain. So at least have them out there. Because I feel like the way they had them in Arceus was definitely worthwhile. The only weird part about Arceus was like the ones that were underground in the Icelands and they sparkled and you're like, where is it? Where is it? And it's like, I guess it's down below. You had to find your way down to get to those ones and get them shiny. Yeah, it's definitely cool to just find one. Like I said, one of my favorite features about Arceus hunting was just random shiny being there. Not having to encounter it or get into a battle to see if it was. I also think the game is going to be more Arceus style. So instead of like, we have the auto battle feature that we've seen in the trailers, but we're going to also see like features of probably being able to catch mons without actually battling them. You just chuck I would expect some sort of ball throwing mechanic to be in the game that you don't have to encounter Pokemon for, but who knows? I don't expect it to be exactly like Legends Arceus, but you know, it'd be cool to have that feature still. You can select the ball from like the main screen and just throw it. But that also might be too far into it. Like, people have talked about crafting being a thing in the game, and I definitely could see it. Like, the TMs we already know are craftable, and but I don't know if other items are going to be the same way. I feel like it made sense for Arceus because it's like there's no population, there's like no towns or anything, so you kind of have to learn how to do it all by yourself. Whereas Scarlet and Violet are going to have towns and like settlements, so getting items is going to be available to you and not as difficult to deal with otherwise. So I don't know if they're going to bring back all those crafting features or not. I mean, I like the idea of them making stuff to get TMs, so I feel like they're going to turn back to a one-time use. Kind of like how we had TRs in this game. But you're able to craft them. So if you want like a specific TM, you have to get the stuff to craft the TM. But that is that. I'm gonna do this next encounter. I'm gonna take a break because I'd like to take a break during the stream. And we're about halfway through it, so that makes only sense to me to do that. But I would recommend you get up and stretch. Get a snack or something if you are peckish. And I will be right back after I also do the same. So give me a moment and I will see you shortly. And I'm back. Get back into it. Continue our hunt here. You guys had a good break. I like how I left and my chair is nice and cool. It's a little chilly in the apartment today. It's good though. It's very good though. I like it cold. So that's been helpful. Makes for some nice living. Just being chilly. I mean, I like it cold, so definitely been helpful for that. Actually, it wasn't bad outside the day. Like the rain cooled off the weather a little bit, and so it, despite the rain, if the rain wasn't here, it would have been a relatively pretty warm day. So nice that it was a little cooler, still comfortable outside. What's up, Nico? Welcome in. Things are going well. Things are good on Tuesday, innit? Going to Yogurt. Going to Yogurt, huh? You run into stuff, man, instead of missing everything? Cool. I do have to say the problem with the YouTube chat on the layout is like everyone has the same color username, so I have to look over at the dashboard to see who's talking or whatnot. You're knackered. Well, that's not probably the best thing, but you know, also good that you got tired from Zumba. That was Zumba, not the yogurt today. I mean, I don't really know what the difference is. I mean, obviously one is like more, I think, aerobics, and the other one's more strength training, but fair enough, I guess. Still, a workout is a workout. Jeez, more shinies coming through. That's nice. I don't even know where things are at for the leaderboard right now. Oh, we're moving up. We're almost at the top of the list. Very nice. So I was Zumba yesterday. I know. I think of them as the same thing, even though I know they're not. You said the same message twice. They're like the same message, bro. I don't know if it actually works. The commands on this channel. I'll have to look more into that and why it's not working exactly. In case you didn't understand the first one, I understood the first one. She said exactly the same thing. Just made more detail in the second one. So I kind of want to play Persona 5 now. Because Jimmy stopped playing it, and I was watching it, and I don't know what happens. Now I want to know what... I want to know the story I liked about it, so... Might just borrow Jimmy's copy while I'm there and play it through. I had Zoom yesterday. No, you had Zoom today. 884, not bad. Now you go Tuesday and Thursday for those kinds of things. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Well, it helps that I really like the Persona music because it's like jazzy. I don't know what I would call it. It's definitely not. It's definitely jazz, but there's a flavor of jazz that it is. I just don't know. I can't put a finger on what it is entirely. It might be jazz fusion because it's like, I don't know. I'll have to look at what it's classified as. It's kind of done you in, right? Because you've been sick, right? Yeah, that's the problem with not like keeping up with physical activity. Is that you just, it's hard to get back into and then when you do get back into it, it sucks. Oh, come on, I ran into that. Oop. I want a multi so I can get the shiny. I'm good. If I was gonna do a multi, I would have done it on Twitch, not on YouTube, because it's... Yeah, that doesn't work. Definitely does not work nearly as well. Yeah, it's definitely jazz something. It's almost like a jazz rock fusion. I want to figure out what they call it. Persona 5 genre. Acid jazz, that's what they call it. So it's like a jazz funk fusion. Okay. That makes sense. I would not have known acid jazz to be the type of music for this, but okay. I'll have to look into some more acid jazz, I guess. I didn't want to stream today anyway. I don't blame you. Like, get it. Been a long day. Hold on. I should have, and I'm gonna do it now, is reset the... I'm recording this too, so like if I do get a shiny, I can just edit it that way and not have to pull it off of, getting clips off of YouTube is not fun, so... Just, yeah, just get rid of it, and then I can just delete. So those are going to be big files otherwise. Feel bad for my poor cabin. It's like all of my buttons in it. Barely. I think they're at 47. Greninja and Decidueye are at 45 at the moment. And I think we just got another point, so it should be 47, 46, 45 at that point. Unless you guys just got one too. Box, yeah. Didn't say what it was, but yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I can double check that here in a second. Because Fox, then Chris got one right before it. Yeah, so it's up to date. I mean, if I get a shiny with a mark, then right there. But again, it's not really, for me, it's not winning the challenge. Of course, it's nice to have the challenge win, but the overall thing is what it comes down to, in my opinion. Who actually wins. Not surprised. What do you think about the overworld shinies, Nico? I don't know if I've talked about this much on Let's Twitch. Hey, big man. Back off. Back off, big man. I just thought of a really good name for Machoke. Call it Vector, because it kind of has like an alligator, like, esque face. It looks like Vector, if it's green. From Oceanic. Kind of like the idea of Overworld Shinies again. I'm not upset about it anyway. Like that. Like some people are. Alright, I'm gonna skip this last section of the playlist. So I don't really trust it here. And I'm going straight to, you know, Galaxy. Galaxy's fine. It's not Odyssey's what YouTube has problems with. To be fair, everything should be fine, but, you know. I kind of wanted to move past the end of the playlist anyway. I'm hoping it's Let's Go shiny hunting. You hope it's not gonna be like Let's Go. I feel like it's gonna be like Sword and Shield. I feel like it's gonna be like Legends Arceus, where you have they just spawn in naturally and you can find them that way. I'm not certain about like if you're gonna have to reset or something, like how you had to reset the day in Arceus to get things to work, or if it's gonna be more of like, oh, you know, if you leave and come back, there'll be a new Pokemon there. But I don't know if that's something they've calculated for either. But I would assume that, yeah, it has at least some aspect of getting back, of having them just spawn regularly. What's going on here? This internet is being very shoddy today. I didn't even see the Pumpkaboo. Well, I don't want to do a hunt where I just sit in the same place staring for a shiny. I mean, yeah. Well, the other part of why that was the case was, you know, you didn't want to waste lore steps, so. But also the better way to hunt in Let's Go is throwing balls at things, so. It's part of it. I don't think my laptop likes being in the apartment for Wi-Fi. So I see it keep dropping. At least while I'm streaming. Or maybe I'm just taking all the bandwidth and it's like, yeah, no. I did see the new Ghostemon. It is, okay. Exclusively okay. I'm not super like, invested in it, I'm not super against it, so. So it's kind of just meh. Don't really have an opinion on it. I like the idea of the concept. Very Luigi's Mansion pupper vibes, but other but it's not like something I really want. It's adorable, it's adorable, I'm assuming. It's okay. I think a lot of people are gonna say that and I'm gonna start hating it, but for now it's okay. You don't like the Let's Go? It's too much. Well, the whole Let's Go thing was to get people who played Pokemon Go to play the main series game. So Game Freak could get more money. Oh, it's definitely heading that way, because everyone I've talked to about it, everyone I've seen about it is like, oh my gosh, it's the best boy. And I'm like, no. Stop ruining Pokemon by overhyping them. I don't really particularly care either way about it. I will say it's a good design. Let's say about it. I still find it funny that people have access to... People are making videos less than an hour afterwards, which would take more than an hour to make and upload, so... So the rumors are all everywhere. Didn't know there was a trailer yesterday. It actually was this morning. If memory serves. They dropped like a short, and we're like, oh, we're gonna talk about ghost type. So what ghost type is? It's about that. All right, why are you not loading? What's going on here? I can't tell if like the server crashed or what. We're gonna reload and hope it's not something with the internet. It is something with the internet. Don't know why it's doing this. I mean, I can't really tell if there's a problem with it based off of the computer, just because I'm on a tethered connection on my computer rather than the laptop's wireless. I think it gets the wireless connection. I guess I could look at my phone and see if it's working. No, it's not the wireless. The phones tend to work better on wireless than okay, it might actually be the wireless. It's, yeah, still being slow. So you think that's the problem here? That makes things more fun and annoying. All at the same time. Yeah, yesterday kind of was the intro to today's video. And a trailer like, oh, we're going to be looking at ghost type Pokemon. Cool. I'm just surprised that they are doing it like that and not just giving us another trailer. Because normally they would be like, oh, here's another trailer, have fun. With all of these things, which we still could probably get one. Just as every time they do one of these, it's less and less likely that they'll have another announcement at the end of the... right before it comes out. There's no Pumpkaboos. Eat dinner, that's fine. Good food. I need to be getting on that at some point soon, anyway. That's fun. I actually would have ended now if I had my meetings. Gonna double check that. Okay. At least they're cognizant about my time. I kind of wish they weren't, because then I would be able to make more, but I also, you know, didn't sign up for that much. So we'll see about some other things too. Maybe they'll be like, yeah, we want you to work more than 5 hours a week. So I said I might not stream. I wasn't going to if I had to go to my meeting, because it would have been an hour from now. But since it's moved to Thursday, I'm gonna stream today because I don't know about Thursday's stream now. So I might not be live on Thursday, but we'll see about that. And if you guys are wondering, I'm like, yes, you only stream on Tuesdays. I stream on every other day over on Twitch. So make sure you're following that too. And checking out the rest of the content, because I have a lot of things going on. Got the series on Invisible Corporations. I got more coming up in the future, some closer than others. So would recommend you all get on the other content too, because you enjoy just hanging out in streams, then you're definitely gonna enjoy those things as well. I'm always busy. I mean, if I stopped doing content creation, I definitely could have a lot more space for some of these other things that I need to get done, and wouldn't be as busy, and could maybe enjoy some downtime here and there. But for now, I have a lot of stuff to do. For now, yeah, I don't know exactly what my thing is on Thursday, so I'm not gonna do the multi on Thursday. I might stream still, but I don't know like how that's gonna work, because the meeting I have to go to is in the middle, would be directly in the middle of the stream, and so there's a chance I stream, there's a chance I don't stream. I don't know exactly how that's gonna pan out yet. This was kind of just thrown at me this morning. It's like, hey, we're not meeting today, we'll meet on Thursday, have fun. Like, cool. Glad I can have my entire schedule thrown around. So it's not Twitch, it's definitely the internet. Which is fun. So I don't know when that's gonna be either, so. Yeah, I mean, I would be live on Thursday if like the earliest I would be live is like 8 or 9 o'clock, and so I can do a little bit of a stream, but when I'm done at 10, like getting on for a couple of hours isn't really my favorite thing to do. Like, the YouTube streams work because I want them to be shorter. I don't want them to be super long. Which is why like the 3 hours works, and this time slot worked because I had 3 hours, and then at 4 o'clock, you know. Well, I had it all Tuesday night, and then everything with work started getting put back up to, it was on Tuesdays, so now it's on Tuesdays again. And so I have to look at the schedule. And potentially that could be, you know, getting rid of a Twitch stream just to have another, and moving this to a different day. But if the meeting time stays the same on Tuesday, then I'll probably end up keeping this slot on Tuesday. But if I think it's going to end up being a meeting on Tuesday, then I might do something different with the other days of the week instead. So we'll see. I don't remember when I was streaming last time. I think the days I had classes, I just didn't stream. I think last fall I didn't stream on Thursdays because I just was busy all day. I had class all afternoon. What? I've already made plans to change things because I've already moved my recording days from Tuesdays because that used to be what else I had to do. That would have worked this week because I would have been able to, knowing what I know now, because I could have recorded after I was done streaming. Just usually how I was doing it, but I decided to get ahead because I thought I was going to be done with stream, having to run to the meeting and then not have time when I got home to really do anything. But that was not the case. Calls you back finally. You said they... Is that who was going to call it like 2 or something? I thought that was somebody else. Something else. I kind of was tempted to just to stop doing the YouTube streams. And like until I felt like I wanted to do another best team and then jump back into it. Because I think that, I mean, a lot of the reason I stream on YouTube is because it helps with the algorithm, but the shorts have definitely picked up on in better ways than the streams do with connectivity, but I think getting rid of a stream was gonna getting rid of the YouTube stream would probably hurt. I just don't know quite what the impact of that is. Can I call them when they open? That's fine. That's probably a good idea. So, it's things out of the way. What is on my controller? Weird. I'm working on getting you guys another collaborative project. I have to look into that again. I haven't heard back from the person I've been waiting to hear back from, so I've just been holding it up. I mean, I definitely could aid if there's some issues that are going on, but I'm not sure exactly with all of the yet. Still planning out things and getting everything ready. I mean, I probably would do that. They already stream every day, and that's, you know, I wanted to do the stream every day, but it didn't go well. I don't know if YouTube stream helps that much, honestly, anymore. It helped a lot when I wasn't doing shorts, but now with shorts are doing way better than the stream would ever do for algorithm. I'd collab with you, Kappa. Well, you know, I mean, part of the collaborative thing is like I want to reach out with somebody else's community too that is also on the platform. So that's a part of it. But I have, you know, there's a little bit of like, you know, you could just, you know, play with a friend who doesn't have a channel and just have it all on your side of things. You know, I've thought about, you know, doing something like the One Controller Challenge and having it be a collaborative project between Invisible Corporations and my channel. So it'd still just be me making the video, but it would be on 2 different places. But still, I don't do YouTube. I mean, I was saying that I was thinking about people who don't do YouTube too. It's also getting them involved, so. The other part about Invisible Corporations is I'm like, I don't want to do Pokemon stuff on IC because I do it on my own channel. Hey, the internet finally started to work again. That's great. Lovely. Look at that. Look at that happen. Oh, that's me. Yeah. I mean, it could be, but I haven't really. It was more of an idea of like, you know, what other ways could I get people involved, and or could I get stuff to happen? Like I was thinking some of my friends that we play Pokemon MMO together, like get them involved with a session of it and do it on the stream or something, but I know how they are, and that those conversations probably should not be on my channels. So. But I even thought of like that came out of like D&D conversation too, because I wanted to run a campaign on like something like, even if it could be like an Invisible Corporations thing, but yes, I've checked the. I've gotten rid of the incorrect Wi-Fi. It will not connect to that now. It is definitely just the Wi-Fi decided to crap itself for a little bit and not look. So. I don't know how the signal is here. Just I guess it's not that great. I've never noticed it before. People already have the freaking emotes of the dog. I hate the community sometimes. I mean, I guess fair, but there's already emotes of it, man. Jeez. They are, mostly because some of the things we talk about are like IRL things, and I, you know, don't want to do that. And also other things are, you know, less friendly to viewers sometimes. So. Yeah. I mean, we've had people on the stream before. Like, you've seen how Benji and DC are. Like, now, Benji wouldn't be playing Pokemon, but, you know. No, the emote thing, yeah. I made that joke about something with, I think I was streaming with Jimmy earlier this week, and it's like, wow, it's like people look at the leaks or something and have emotes made already before they even get started. Because I don't know about you, but just doing an emote in a couple of minutes after the thing is released is not possible. Having everything pre-drawn and ready and just having the make the emo go live, yeah, that would work. I mean, I think Benji gets Pokemon. It's not his thing. He likes we are the opposite. He likes the factory in the sim games, and I do not. Are we watching? Is that I don't know what's going on there. It's a club. That's fair enough. But Benji, this is more of the other thing. I mean, he said maybe even running back DST with some other stuff. At some point, or you know, we've talked about Terraria if I ever got it. So it's a matter of, I think, more of just getting a game that we would play and do it. Because I'm like, I don't play Subnautica, I don't play Mindustry or anything like that. And I think getting him to play like Astroneer would be cool. So I've looked at that game and I think it's a fun looking game. Definitely something I would play one time and probably never do again, but it does have some factory elements to it. So I can understand that that might not be my forte. Bum 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 bum. I mean, we also haven't got Benji to play Smite. I don't think he enjoys that much. I mean, as far as I know, they don't play games as much now. I think that's mostly because our driver to play games doesn't play games much anymore. So it's harder to get people connected in that regard. I mean, I always try to join in if I could. So I'm not the best at keeping up with people. We all got busy, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, definitely school has been a roundhouse kick in the jaw every time I, you know, do anything with it. It's getting around the obvious need to not, the obvious need of time that requires is kind of a pain. But I'm hoping that I can chill a little bit next semester. Definitely, like, the schedule and stuff is out, and I need to look at that because it comes out the week of Frontiers. So no, it did not help that I moved far from them, so I can't. We have to play things online, but because I used to go out, we used to go like out to eat, like dinner once a week or something. Or like they'd come over and hang at the place I was at or something. So I was always like, and I saw them throughout the week too. Like we'd have classes together or just pass each other going places. You had Sorelio? Kind of Sorelio. Did you go get some Cookie Crisps? Have those? I definitely have to say that proximity is a big factor with friends, and it's much harder to keep tabs on people when you're further away from them. It's probably why my mother requires me to call her once a week. Because if I do not, she's like, you're forgetting about me. You don't care anymore. Like mother things. But no. We've all kind of gone different places too, and are doing things differently. Depends on when we get a second. No, I had Rice Krispies. I hope that was good. I'm thinking about stopping on my way home tonight and getting something for like to have as like a snack. Since I don't have anything right now. I finished off what ice cream I had last night, so Didn't have much, so I haven't been shopping for Cookie Crisp. Why not? They're good. But also, I know if I stop, I have to stop, so that's... I forgot your commas, but yeah. I mean, sure, I don't have an interesting life, so... There's nothing major to report. Facts, like, I had, you know... Life happened. I was in class all week. I did my classes. I read my books. I went to work. Other than that, nothing really. So I've been busy today. I mean, I guess being busy is fine. Yeah. But I'm also not trying to avoid my mother, so I'm just bad at keeping tabs on people. I like to call about with information or with news or with something important, not just randomly call because it's like, how are you doing? What's going on? These minor things are taking up time, you know. I love how that cuts off as disco on my stream dashboard. Like HTTPS / disco. And then you read the next line, you're like, oh, it's Discord, right? Got it. I get it. Sure. No, like, I don't have anything new happening. Like, I could talk to him about, like, oh, I'm excited for Scarlet and Violet to come out. They'll be like, I don't know what that... Yeah. Right over the head. At that point. I have no life. I mean, yeah. It's not like I'm doing anything that's worth sharing about. Beyond, like, a casual conversation that I wouldn't even probably have if I were in the same place. So, yeah. I'm busy. Just have too much going on to honestly take a lot of time out of my day to do other things. And definitely, like, I have things that could be done instead of making a bunch of phone calls. So, I also take time when it's needed. Got behind on Sunday because it was like, oh, I was supposed to call and I didn't get a chance to do it between things that were going on. Well, yeah, I mean, I could talk to them about that, but they are going to be excited about it. It's like, I found a shiny, what's that? Like, oh. Time to shiny hunt, enjoy your shiny hunt. I mean, you're still going for Pumpkin Boo. There. Upcoming event. Is that the meeting that I'm supposed to have that I didn't have today? Yep. It pops up on my laptop too. I mean, to be fair, my life consists of going to work, doing school, and content creation. Like, there's not much else outside of that. So, yeah. It's not like I'm going to see something or I'm going out with friends or anything like that. No, none of that stuff happens. Get that shiny, get that shiny then. Do it. Do it. I'd like to get it too, but hey. I don't think that'll happen. By trying, I'm dead. One, I'm not hunting long enough for it to probably have a chance, and two, I'm not the best odds for it, really, so. Can you get the pumpkin tomorrow? That's fine. I mean, I'm not worried about Garchomp. They're not close to us on the overall, so that's fine. I mean, somebody in our cabin faced on a Sinistea this week. Yesterday. This week. So. I'm trying to find the current challenge. That's what I'm. Nope. Leaderboards. That's what I'm looking for. So I've seen the regular ones. Yeah, Luxray's still winning the regular ones. Garchomp's in last, so they can be in last. That's fine. Maybe they can find shinies. Yeah, I don't have to win events. Just the final thing is what we want. The Greninja just found a shiny, so that's not good. Frickin' Mazda, stop finding stuff. Find all the shinies. No, we at least have a steady stream every now and then of things coming in. It's not like consistent or anything. That was a not a mark, but a what's it called? An aura. So we're gonna run into him just to get him away. I should bait it again because it's nighttime now and it looks purple. That's fair enough. Ooh, Papa John's. Cookie pizza sounds good. That would be good. Like, can I get a cookie pizza? Oh wow, you're Aura. I didn't even notice. Yeah, that'd be fun. But yep, because it was nighttime. That's fair. Tis fair enough. No, I had a thing that I wanted to send out, and I guess I can do that because I'm thinking about it. Cookie pizza sounds revolting. It's cookie on pizza. It's a. I mean, it's essentially just a giant cookie that's cut like a pizza, but. That's about it. I'm just curious about tomorrow. I don't have anything dessert pizza. It's not really a dessert pizza. It's look, you can have food at any time. There's not a set time for things. Sure, people want to make things feel normal, but get rid of your norms. Have whatever you want whenever you want. That's my first take. Second, it's not really a pizza. It's not like you make a pizza with like marinara and cheese and put cookies on top of it. No, it's like it's literally just a giant cookie that is shaped in the same way as a pizza, and you cut it like a pizza, and you take slices of cookie. It's like ice cream cake. Like it's like a cake, but just has a layer of ice cream in it. So yeah. Yeah, don't imagine that. It's literally just a giant cookie that you cut into shape. You cut into like slices like you would a pizza. Don't imagine it as like sauce and cheese and stuff. Now there are dessert pizzas are different. That's literally just a cookie. Dessert pizza is like instead of like marinara, you use like a different like maybe like chocolate sauce or something. Put like a drizzle on it with some other toppings. That is more of what a dessert pizza is. And that's kind of similar to like, I would call it like a pie. So, they are good. They are good. But again, if I want to get something to snack on like that, I have to go to a store. And I don't know if I want to go to a store tonight. Kind of just want to get home and relax. And not have to worry about other things, but you know, I also need to take time to do things, and so that's part of my week. I'm just glad I don't have to worry about a presentation, or I do have to worry about a paper this week. I need to get working on, and that'll probably be my. I don't know if I have class on Friday. Don't think I do. I guess I can check. So if I don't, then I'll just do it Friday and have it sent out by Monday. Because due at the end of the month and not at a certain day. Log me in, boy. Cookie dough ice cream is delicious. I just had that. It's my favorite kind. Are you meeting this week? Let's say that'll be Friday. Will be the 28th, so no class there. Lovely. How about the other one? See, the problem with not having class every week is forget what week we have class and what week we don't have class. And then you don't have a topic. That is the 30th. The last class we had was the 30th. Wow. What about this? If I use the syllabus, does the syllabus tell me? So syllabuses are useful for things. You didn't share? No. Can't get a cake through whatever it's called. You think I'm gonna get a cookie? You think I'm gonna get cookie dough ice cream through it? It's literally a liquid. They don't let you carry liquids on planes, bro. 2 15-minute. Yeah, I already done all that. Individual meetings. Goodbye. Look at that. Look at those dodges. Easy. No, class is on the 4th. So I did not have that class this week either. So I get a week off, a lighter week this week, definitely. Disappointing you? Yeah, sure. Sure. That's nice to have done, so that way I can get that other work done. Gotta do some annotations. Yay. Also, if you expect me to share dessert, you're crazy. You're crazy. I don't think I've ever shared dessert. Unless I was forced to. I mean, like, I used to go to the Cracker Barrel, get their Coca-Cola cake, and that would be my meal. So. I just like got one Coca-Cola cake, and now that's all I want. So, suck it, Trebek. That's what we're doing. Sharing is caring. You know what they also say? I'm a fat kid and I need my food. So you can't have any. I usually had a knife. I would take the knife from the table, and people would try to get them. Like, you want to lose your hand? You can try to bring that over because I will cut it off. It's my dessert. So Joey doesn't share food. Yeah, I'm Joey. I'm literally Joey in that case. Joey doesn't share food. I do not. I hate sharing food. That's why I vibe with the, you know, there's a TikTok and it's like, if you want food, order it. And when you steal foods off our place and you giggle like, hee hee, you see that second where the guy's like, or the guy stops and then he just lets it go. That in that second you're thinking about like flipping the table and going berserk. Like, that's me. This is my food. If you wanted some, get it. Like, it's not hard to order your own. It's like definitely not hard to order a small size. And if you wanted some, I could have just got a bigger size and then I wouldn't have cared. But no, you didn't say anything and then you just take my food, you're gonna lose a finger. That's how this works. I like my food. I order what I want, not what I'm expecting for other people to eat. Joey went on a date and his date tried to steal some fries and he didn't like it, so he went and steal a dessert and she went to the bathroom. He ate it all. Yeah, I know. I've seen that clip. I have not watched Friends, but I've seen a lot of clips from it. I probably should have just watched Friends, but no, there's just something off about it that I didn't like. But the more that I've seen it, I'm like, yeah, I could watch this. Even like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and like The Office, like the more that I see it, I could watch it. I tried to watch The Office, but I was watching season 1 and apparently season 1 sucks, so you shouldn't watch it. But yeah, that's why I stopped. That's why I stopped watching it. Yeah. It's fair. I mean, the only show that I watched all the way through was like How I Met Your Mother. It's like, I like the characters that they made. So yeah, I watched a lot. So I wonder if the ghost Pokemon, the new dog, has any influence on what the next targets would be. Will we get the ghosts this time around? We had a lot of ghosts in this event, but I wonder if they'll like just give us like, oh, a spirits kind of. I think that's kind of a Halloween thing. There's literally a store called Spirit Halloween. That's not a pumpkin move. Weird. It's like I could see it like a spirits kind of thing, and it's like Ghastly and like Duskull and I'm trying to think what else would be there. Maybe even do Yamask. Or your mask, rather. I don't know. You want to like binge watch the whole thing of How I Met Your Mother in a weekend? That doesn't sound like a great idea. If I'm being honest, that doesn't sound like a great idea. Because there's a lot of episodes of How I Met Your Mother. I mean, to be fair, that used to be like what I did on Saturdays. I was a very lazy kid on Saturdays. Like I would watch I would watch like Netflix all morning, get to the afternoon, and I would watch football all afternoon and night. That would be my Saturday if I had a day off. But to be fair, I didn't get many Saturdays off. I was always like at a game or doing something. How many seasons of How I Met Your Mother? I think there's 9, right? The last season was season 9. Because I think I watched up to season 7, season 9, and season 8 and 9. Season 9 wasn't out yet, and season 8 wasn't on Netflix yet. Is football as in football? Because rugby isn't football. There's differences. I don't speak this British incorrectness, so I speak the culture I know. But yeah, never really had those Saturdays because I was always doing something. Or we would go play basketball or something like that, or go somewhere. So, I mean, it is incorrect. So. Tell that to my spelling teacher in 3rd grade who didn't give me full points on theater because I spelled it R-E instead of E-R. No, incorrect it's a state of being incorrect. Yeah, it is a word. You've not heard of correctness and incorrectness? Look it up. Get educated. I thought somebody got a shiny. Have some CNs. Yeah. So, yeah, we have people who aren't hunting in our cabin because of that. Cool. I don't care. And so I said what? Ghastly, Duskull, Yamask. I mean, we've done a lot of Ghost. I could see them getting away from that and going like Beasts or something. I guess we'll see. The food one just kind of hit me and I'm like, s'more Pokemon, campfire, Halloween, fall, perfect. The rest of it, not so much, so. Well, yeah, you would care because you're in the cabin. I don't care. Once they become relevant on the overall scoreboard, I'll care. Until that point, no. Yeah. Also out of Shadow Claws, so that's fun. Heal me up. So we're gonna get stuck at this endless cycle here, aren't we? No. Because you're just gonna heal off of me again. Oh, you're a pain in the... Why did they do that? I mean, yeah, but I don't care until you catch up. So. That's the point of that. Which is 100, 1,000? Yeah. We probably will get to a... Well, we won't get that high. I might. Depends on how fast I can do these. But as I said, I think you have a lot of people who will... I don't think a lot of our people are hunting all the time. And you have people who are doing that, but you also have people who will be more active on the weekend. I know a lot of our peeps are kind of out right now. Just be like, oh, I got work, and then they can only hunt for a couple hours. And there are other people who hunt all day. So, you know, it's somebody who's like, I've hunted for 12 hours on the first event day, and I'm like, I've only done 5 hours by the end of the stream, so. This event particularly is definitely the one that'll have the least amount of hours unless I don't stream on Thursday, and then that event will have the least amount. The other problem is that is the double bonus day, and so I kind of want to hunt. I just don't know how it's gonna work. Which sucks to be the day that I can't be around. It's also the problem with this being in the middle of a semester, so can't just drop everything and stream. And I definitely do not shiny hunt off screen, so that's part of it too. Those are the big things that I don't do that aren't going to help our team that much. As I said, I definitely think it would be cool to see a combined, like, time of how much time... Like, I want to see what the top contributors have spent in getting shinies in this event, because I feel like a lot of them will have spent way more time than I have. I'm like, yeah, if I shiny hunted for 24 hours every event, you know, I'm probably gonna find a couple of shinies, but when I'm not doing that, then yeah. But I'm curious to see what tomorrow's hunts will be, and I'm glad that I don't have any hunts on hold now going into Scarlet and Violet, because I feel good about next week and not having to go back and do Milcery again. So that'll be nice. I mean, I definitely have hunts on hold, but I'm not doing those hunts. So I'm gearing up to, in my mind, that I'm going to be full odds hunting essentially the entire marathon. Unless I somehow get through the game incredibly fast or find a way to get the charm early. But I don't know and don't think that's going to be a possibility. So. I don't want to really rush myself to play the game. There's definitely easier, like trying to hunt an Arceus where they gave you a method early on, and I expect there to be some methods in the game. So once we know what those are, then it might make my life easier, but it could just be I'm a pseudoing for the I'm pseudoing without shiny charm for the whole event. I don't know. Could be I'm running around the map hoping that something decides to be sparkly. I don't know. Alright, I'm not happy that I see somebody streaming on Twitch for Pokemon Violet. Almost 1K. That's how long these take? Yeah, they take a while, Benji. How you doing? Welcome in. Hoping your situation is all worked out. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm not supposed to find a shiny by until 1300, so technically, it's the odds of this. But I was saying that earlier. I'm like, you know, I get to 600 and I'm like, I feel like I've been hunting this for a while. Even though I might not have been. I just started doing this yesterday, so. Nope, stable, but not fixing. No. I mean, internet companies tend to not like to work, so that's fair. They tend to give you the ring around every time they can. So I get it. No, I don't want to talk to you, Machoke. I have enough of you. I have enough. Thank you. I'm trying to finish up this hunt so we can get a shiny for the team for the last day of this challenge, and then we'll see what the next challenge will bring, because it'll be a new hunt tomorrow over on Le Twitch. We'll see. You know, I kind of like to do some of the other things that were in this hunt, because I didn't get a chance to, obviously. So I was stuck on one target for half the event and then switched to another one. So, yeah. It makes life a lot more fun. Machoke, I don't want you. Go away. Nobody likes you. I do not want to deal with you. Jeez. But hopefully we'll have some good encounters for the next. Not quite sure what that's gonna be. It's always the weird part about it, like you have to wait until figuring it out. And it's technically not even 3 full days of hunting, because there's the 8 hours between midnight and 8 a.m. where the event's resetting. So, cat says meow. And the cat says meow. I hope the cat doesn't say hi. Then you might have a cat in a hat, and then you might have a problem. I watched a TikTok where people were drafting fictional cats. I thought it was the most hilarious thing they could have done with like drafting with like fictional cats. Because everyone like, somebody's like, I'm taking Simba. I'm like, okay. I forget, Sylvester was like a 4th round pick for somebody, and they're like, that's gonna be the one that everyone's like, why didn't this picked earlier? I can't believe this. It's a little jarring, but yeah. I mean, the other things made sense to me. Somewhere like, you know, Pink Panther, and you had Garfield, and I haven't seen that. It's a pretty nice one. Did you get the chance to watch the TikTok I sent you, Benji? Because I finally found the DVD one. It's nice for a slight chuckle. That is for certain. Alright, what do you say we do 6 more encounters in color there? It was indeed funny, yes. It was indeed funny. Ooh! I have a hunch that the next event's gonna be Combee, guys. I have a hunch the next event's gonna be Combee. Just a random thought. So maybe like a bug critters thing again. That's what it looks like. Explore the delay, let you ask. Yep. Figured out as much. Yeah, YouTube delay sucks. It's on low latency, which is the weird part. Ultra low. Assuming it's 14K 440p or something. Oh no, it's on normal latency. That's on me. That's my bad. Usually I have it on ultra low because I set it up that way. But today I didn't do that because I don't usually shiny hunt. No. So Combee it is next time. I'm gonna hunt that, I guess. No, I'm just kidding. So there'll be some buggies coming in. I feel like we do the same kinds of events, but different Pokemon. We'll see. So. I'm gonna do one more after this. Let's see if I can find an aura maybe, and that's how we'll end it. Yeah, I was wondering why it was incredibly delayed today, and I guess that's part of it. I just didn't realize that I didn't turn it off because usually it's a setting that I have auto set, and it was reset because it was dumb. But also it shows you that I am reading your messages when I see them. So we can be like, you're not reading my messages. I'm like, I am. I just gotta get it to show up on my screen. It did feel very delayed. That's why YouTube is better, is worse. And they could fix so much by just fixing that latency issue. They don't care about the infrastructure of the stream. Dang it. I didn't want you. I saw y'all were taking forever to type, so. I wasn't worried about it. Alright, we're looking for aura. We're not looking for Palpitoes. Please go away. You want an aura. Damn it. It does not want to give me one. That's what I'm noticing. Come on. It's not like it has a better chance of being shiny. Not the Wobbuffet, jeez. Nobody wants the Wobbuffet, dude. I like how they put them there just to troll you. It's still the Wobbuffet. Dude, I don't want you. Go away. I'm not gonna KO it because I don't have deep thing. Safeguard all you want. It's not gonna help you. Still gonna beat you. That's cute. Goodbye. Alright, can I get a Pumpkaboo aura? Let me be more specific. Game's putting me over time. It's like you wanted an aura, not a... Didn't specify. Here we go. It is not shiny, so we're not getting shiny for this. It's unfortunate. Not what I wanted, but hey, that works, I guess. We will be back next week with some more of the best team. Probably the end of it, let's be fair. So I'd like to give influence on the next potential stream that we're going to be doing. You can do so by joining the Discord server and helping us over there with some ideas. Other than that, I'll be live again tomorrow with the one and only White Kong, aka Kong, doing whatever the next event is, and we'll be shiny hunting, so come check it out. Twitch.tv/chaos6. Otherwise, that is it for me. Check out the links in the description down below for more. I got TikTok, I got YouTube that you're on, so if you're not following and liking this video, make sure you do that. It's really helpful and I appreciate it. I got shorts coming out up here as well. We have Twitch, which I already said. No, I did not. Twitch, Discord, Twitter, and Invisible Corporations. So you can check out all those things. I would appreciate you joining the other platforms and cross-pollinating. I'm sure there'll be something you like if you enjoyed the stream today, because it's the same person, just on a different place. That's the only difference, but that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, my name is Chaos, and I'm signing off. Stay safe. And as always,